you doing, buddy?
Good. We had a good scrimmage, about 115 plays, and the offense was very effective today. The defense gave up too many big plays. Defense actually rallied a little bit late there and forced some turnovers, but offense played pretty effective in the early part of the scrimmage. Did a nice job of taking care of the football until the last 3 or 4 drives there where we turned the ball over in a 2-minute situation a couple times, where the defense did a nice job of forcing turnovers. But I think we stayed fairly healthy, and I was pleased with the effort. I was pleased with our attitude, our body language, our tempo, the speed that we played on both sides of the ball was good. Our kicking game seemed to be good. So it was a good scrimmage. It was a productive evening for us. When we got out here earlier, it was pretty hot, so we got to work in the heat a little bit, and then it cooled down. Very, very similar to what it'll be, 3 weeks from now? How many weeks? 2 or 3 weeks from now? So I thought it worked out well for us. So overall, it was a good scrimmage.
Considering you're breaking in the first-year freshman quarterback, are you a little pleasantly surprised that the offense at least had the upper hand?
Yeah, and we expected him to play well. He will still go through some growing pains, but I was pleased with him in how he handled our offense. A couple times our running backs got lined up wrong, and he adjusted them and got them set, which is not easy to do when you play as fast as we do. His demeanor, his temperament was good. I thought he released the ball well in throwing lanes, got the ball up high. I believe he only had 1 ball knocked down. And our defensive line has been very good at knocking balls down in the last year or two, and even in the spring. So I thought he played well. I thought both running backs played well. Freshman receivers showed up on the ones and the twos. Didn't make any big plays, but they were very solid. Our routine players on both sides of the ball, Cooper, Nigel, Alex, Gilbert, and then Tracy Moore and Isaiah made some catches. Kind of the guys that we would expect to make some plays, showed up and made some plays for us.
Based on all the names that you just rattled off, one of your themes in the preseason with media and fans has been, okay, we lost some first-round draft picks, but this program's better 1 to 100. This scrimmage reflect that?
Well, I think so. I don't. Anybody that follows us real close and watches our football team will know 2 things. One, we haven't arrived. We've got a lot of work ahead of us, but we're a better football team now than we were 2 years ago, and overall better than we were last year, with the exception of what would be 2 or 3 great college players. And we all know that great players win lots of games, but those guys are eventually going to move on, and you got to bring somebody else in and get their feet wet and get them going. So I think we're in good shape. It looked like to me our conditioning was good. I think our guys played hard all the way till the end. So we just have to continue on and get 2 more weeks of good work.
It's too early to know which freshmen really might show up for you this year, or you might lose, or you don't know.
Guys that we are fairly sure that will play could be, obviously Wes, and two of those wideouts should play. Maybe another one, I'm not sure. Kevin Peterson's probably going to play. Ashton Lampkin's probably going to play. I'm sure I'll miss some here. Who else? I think we counted 8 of them that we thought there's a good chance would play in the first game. We will confirm that for the most part 1 week from today, unless something happens crazy injury-wise.
If anybody needs Monken, you better grab him.
With about a week, you've gone through now about a week of practice. Is this where you wanted this team to be at this point in fall camp? Yeah,
Gene, I think they're in good shape. I think their mental approach is better. I felt like our practices last week were good, not great. But one thing that I did say that I can still see is when you lose a 28-year-old quarterback, things are different because he controlled everything. He controlled all the practice, made sure guys were going. He controlled the locker room and everywhere. And so it's good for the circumstances we're in. There were times last year during this week, a year ago, where practices were already great because they were run by very, very, very mature players. And some of our key players now are just kids. And so they're kind of going through the same growing pains that other guys do at the same time.